Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to Is It Peak? Today we're discussing Season 6, Episode 6 of Better Call Saul, Axe and Grind. I'm your host, Marcus, aka HN Films, and joining me today is the big dog himself, Johnny Cooper.
What's up, guys?
We also have our local contrarian, Cinnabad.
Hello.
And lastly, we have the fan favorite character, Imperfect Dan.
Was good. I'm also sick right now, kind of coughing.
So what's everyone's thoughts on this episode? A bit of a controversial one, it seems.
Yeah, I thought it was better than last episode's, but it is very slow for a final season, you know?
Oh my goodness.
We only got one more episode left, and then after that we got the Breaking Bad episodes, the Gene episodes, and, you know, it's over.
How do you even know that?
Because we know.
Yeah, I mean, if you pay attention, you know, you'll realize that next episode is the finale of, you know, the whole Better Call Saul timeline. You know, then we're going to jump into the Breaking Bad one.
Bro,
We do.
like, I really doubt they're just going to end it like that.
There's literally no way at this point, since there's still so much shit to do in this, like, era.
What's there to do?
Fucking Lalo, bro.
There's no way Lalo's heading to America in one episode. There's no way.
Maybe he just waits for 4 years. For 4 years. Why not?
Yeah.
So Gus thinks he's dead, and then he comes out a surprise.
But Gus doesn't think he's dead. So what, you think he's just going to, after 4 years, oh yeah, he's probably dead at this point?
It's believable. It's believable. And maybe they'll do a little twist where Gus manipulates Walter and Jesse to kill Lalo, you know? I think that'll make it a little spicy.
What?
Or we should save that prediction shit for later, because we need to talk this cold open, a very interesting one, because we get the return of young Kim, who last time we saw her was Season 5, Wexley Goodman.
Okay, yeah. I thought Kim's mom sold the scene. You know, I knew she generally didn't care about Kim needing to learn a lesson, but more of her trying to get back at Kim because, you know, of the previous flashback in Season 5, because, you know, at that time, Kim was trying to act all nice, you know, like how we know her during that, you know, during that season. And now, you know, she's acting up and, you know, whatnot. And with the whole Howard thing. So I thought she was trying to be, you know, an asshole to Kim by getting the cops called and have her pay back like thousands for the necklace, you know, and it took me up until like a minute before the scene inside the office ended to figure out that it was actually all a part of Kim's mom's plan. But then I rewatched the scene again, and it's actually all just Kim's doing. You know, her mom was just backing her up because she herself does it as well, and is the reason why Kim learns how to, you know, shoplift, you know, which she failed, you know, so that's why, you know, she should have gone to Marie's School 101 of stealing things, you know.
I did like this one because it gives a little more context into like her like stealing and stuff. She has like, you know, obviously her motivation isn't the same as Jimmy, but it's cool seeing the groundwork being laid there, and especially how it kind of relates to the end of the episode.
I know Johnny Cooper was hyped when this scene happened. We got Howard's home life.
Yeah, it's a good lengthy Howard solo scene with the reveal of his wife. Howard is really trying his best here. You know, as you guys can see, you know, he makes his wife a special coffee with a little, you know, Homo sapien sign in it. And, you know, and guess what? You know, she just dumps it all in her little stupid little cup. You know, my man Howard is struggling, you know, and you can see he doesn't have the courage to say what he wants. I thought that was a very good acting of Patrick.
Well, yeah, especially when they're like talking about some event that one of them has to go to, and he like suggests, oh, like maybe we could both go to it. And it just gets ruled out immediately.
Yeah, he clearly wants both of them to go together for the fundraiser, but his wife, you know, she just wants to go all alone. That right there is when Howard should have just accepted that the relationship was over. You know, his wife is a bitch, honestly, you know. Get a divorce, Howard, marry Betsy.
Whoa.
We don't know what went down between them. Maybe Howard was like a real bitch. We don't know.
I'm glad we got more Howard's personal life when we got nothing the previous 5 seasons.
You could definitely make the argument that this all laying the groundwork for the Howard death scene.
Yeah, even with Howard giving her the heads up that, you know, if she hears about any of this fake shenanigans that Howard is, you know, quote unquote doing, I think she will use that opportunity to get out of the relationship, even if she knows that Howard was innocent.
Well, yeah, especially with what's probably going to go down next episode. Howard divorce is definitely on the cards. Well, yeah, it's an important thing to point out here that I'm pretty sure Howard does not drink coffee.
Maybe it'll be an important detail, maybe the whole Kim and Jimmy plot, with the drug thingy, maybe they'll slip it into a coffee to expect Howard to drink it. But, predicted it a long time ago, Howard only drinks tea, so it backfires.
Speaking of drugs, that leads into our next scene, the return of the veterinarian Caldera, one of the GOAT characters. He's given Jimmy some drug. I don't know if they say exactly what type of drug it is, but it like dilates your pupils.
It's called a psychotropic. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know how to say it. Psychotropic, some shit. Psychotropic.
Yeah, psychotropic.
This whole season's theme seems to be, keeping mysteries from the audience. We only have one episode left in the season parter, and the entire part one is just basically the secret evil plan to take down Howard. But we still don't know what the plan even is. Like I'm confused what the that old guy with the broken arm, plot is, or what Jimmy had to go, do with this, sneaky doctor to make his pupils huge.
You can pretty easily piece together what they're most likely going to do, especially based off this episode. And people
They're
have.
gonna slip it in Howard.
They were testing that drug to see how it would affect Howard. Because they mention, Caldera mentions, like, is the guy you're going to do it on, is he, like, the same height or whatever as Jimmy? And they say yes.
But yeah, I think this is why the audience thinks these past two episodes have been nothing but, filler, because it's even more annoying for them, because it's like, as I said, the final season. I know it will pay off, and it better be this very crazy plan that nobody on, Reddit has predicted. We also see the vacuum card, which maybe the doctor will use because, he's getting out of the place because of this whole underground shit. Do you think these lazy ass writers will use the same plot device once again on one of our mains? Like, when this whole Howard plan backfires and Kim is in so much trouble, that she will have to, face up like maybe 20 years in prison because the plan is just too evil, and then Jimmy will have to go back to the doctor before he leaves town and get him to tell Jimmy the secret codes for the Hoover Mac shit, What do you guys think?
No.
I feel like that's the first thing a writer would think of. Like the very first idea would be just that. So obviously it's going to be more to it.
I think it's not going to get mentioned again, the vacuum thing. It was just a little reference.
It was funny. It was funny when Jimmy was like, why is Caldera walking away from the money? And then Kim responds, he knows what he wants.
Well, yeah, that like shows Kim's ideals as well.
Yeah, exactly. Versus Jimmy, where he's just a money whore.
Or maybe it's trying to say that Kim like really doesn't know what she wants. Well, she's doing the scammer shit, and she's also trying to like do good public defender work and all that stuff. But at the end, she bails on all that to go back to the stupid Howard plot. We need to talk about Howard and his private investigator. He's looking at some photos from his PI, and they're all very uninteresting until he catches one of Jimmy withdrawing some money, and the PI says that it's about $20K in dollary dues. Howard is very intrigued by this.
This guy on Twitter posted this theory, and it's very similar to chicanery, which we were just talking about. So here's the theory, So the guy said, this is what the big plan will be. Jimmy and Kim are staging things to make it seem to Howard like Jimmy is bribing the judge in the Sandpiper case by pretending to withdraw $20K and using fake photos with the judge impersonator. Parentheses, they know about Howard's PI and are using him. Howard, who is primed after all the pranks, is going to figure this out and fly off the handle, maybe with the aid of those caffeine-like drugs, accusing the judge of accepting bribes. He's going to look like a maniac with the judge. When the judge denies it and proves otherwise, and HHM will have no choice but to settle. Sandpiper, ASAP, Cliff, Aaron, and Rich are all in the room to witness the meltdown, plus hundreds of other class action clients on the call, ruining Howard's reputation forever.
Well, yeah, that is like definitely the plan. Like that's what's going to attempt to happen at least. Well, yeah, the more interesting part of that is some people saying that Jimmy and Kim have the PI in their pocket, like he's actually working for them, which I find hard to believe, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't
know why they would do that.
The next scene, which is Kim doing some PD work in court, doing a very good job as always, and Cliff comes in to admire her in more ways than one, I'm sure. And then after that, they have a talk about the, what's it called? The Jackson Mercer Foundation, which funds justice reform or some shit. And Kim wants it to come to Albuquerque, and not Rich. Cliff Main says that it's in the works and he wants Kim to come do some shit or something. Whatever it is, it's very good for Kim and she's very excited.
Yeah, it looks like Howard didn't fill in Cliff on the whole Jimmy situation, since he basically invited Kim to that place that Achin was talking about. I do think this will be a huge mistake for Howard not to tell him, because it's definitely going to backfire, just like Hank in the final season of Breaking Bad, because like him not telling the DEA is what led to his own demise. I think that's going to be the same for Howard.
I mean, that was a small factor, but
It just reminded me of when, Kim was complaining about like working with Rich. She was like, she didn't feel like she was making any meaningful work. So with this scene, it hits a little bit for me because like I just remember her complaining about that, or pretty much the entire show, that she's not doing anything meaningful.
well, yeah, this is like her best chance to get some real meaningful work done, and it seems like she's going to miss it just to embarrass Howard and make him pee his pants or something.
I feel like he was kind of interrogating her. He was like, he pretty much just said like what any normal person would say.
Well, yeah, she even said she owes like everything to HHM, including her like relationship with Jimmy, like, which is true, and just makes it all the weirder that she's so devoted to destroying Howard. I wonder though, does Kim even really fucking hate Howard, or is it all just like she just really wants to do some sort of scam with Jimmy?
You can say that for Jimmy too. It's like with these characters, like is it just them making an excuse? Because Jimmy doesn't really have like a real excuse to hate on Howard besides like he's jealous because like he moved on from Chuck in a normal way and he didn't. Anyone has any further thoughts on the Cliff thing?
No, but I hope we see his son.
It'd be combo.
Combo. Oh yeah, I saw a Reddit of that, a Reddit post.
Is his son's combo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Any single character who's used drugs before in Breaking Bad, they could be Cliff's son.
Or maybe that guy from, remember when Jesse had to go through that therapy thing?
Oh, yeah, the guy who ran over his fucking child. Because after that, Kim and Francesca meet up. They haven't seen each other since season 3, to my knowledge. And they're in Saul's office, which looks quite a bit different than at least I was expecting.
I knew that when The Office will finish in the Better Call Saul era, the Better Call Saul era, that it won't look one-to-one to the Breaking Bad one, because, it's still years ahead. And, of course, realistically, they'll change it up every so often. But I didn't expect it to look that fancy.
Are they just going to do a time jump and it'll look like a Breaking Bad one, or are they going to have time to do another office renovation?
I don't think we're going to have enough time for that. I think we're just going to jump into the Breaking Bad one, and it'll just look like Breaking Bad.
No, they're gonna show some of it.
Or maybe on a relapse or whatever. What was it called?
Time lapse.
Time relapse. Time
Five.
Not a fucking relapse. That's what Cliff's son's doing. Okay, and then Kim goes into Saul's office, and we get finally the return of the film crew.
People.
The best characters by far, including my girl, Drama Girl. Love Drama Girl. And they're doing some planning for their scheme to take fake photos of a fake judge, fake Casemiro, and they were deciding what mustache would be best for him. Everyone thought that tattoo guy was going to be Uncle Jack, but we didn't even see who it was.
Yeah, I guess it'll be revealed in the next episode.
Wait, wasn't that one of the people in the office?
Yeah, it was just like a random client in the office, but we didn't see who it was.
Yeah, maybe they'll replay the scene again in the opening of the next episode, and then they'll finally reveal, the
it'll
Nazi
be
guy.
like the last scene of Breaking Bad season 4, where it's like that shot of Walt's pool, and like it slowly zooms in on the Lily of the Valley. Right, can we move on to the next scene? Lalo in Germany meeting up with not Kai, but Casper.
This scene felt so weird, like if I was watching a different show all of a sudden, and I was trying to figure out why. And it's the first tree forest in the whole Breaking Bad universe, that we've seen, I think.
Have we really never seen like that before?
Well, what about Walt's cabin?
Well, I mean, this is us like entering the forest, though. Like that one was just that forest was just in the back, like a back shot.
Did all of you guys recognize who that guy was? Because I did.
No.
I didn't. I thought it was the guy who just made the little piece for Ziegler.
No, I remembered him because he had that line in season 5, episode 1, where he said to Mike that Werner was like worth like 100 of him or something. So I remembered him. I didn't know his name was Casper though.
With the way Nacho's death was done quickly in the season, I thought, did you guys think that for a second that they were actually going to do a twist and have just the German guy kill Lalo there?
Well,
just to end his story? Or
I was definitely I was like in the moment when like Lalo was pretending to have like be like really wounded, but then it was all a troll. But he was still hurt. He like got one of his ribs broken or something.
Yeah, maybe he's he flies back to New Mexico, but then he dies like midway. You know what I mean? He just dies in the plane.
Yeah, because he's on the Wayfarer.
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Kind of disappointed that that's the only Lalo scene this episode.
Yeah, they seem to be going very slow with the whole Lalo plot. This is the only scene in this episode, so I hopefully, hopefully with the whole Jimmy and Kim's Howard plan finally executing in the next episode, maybe we'll get more screen time for Lalo in episode 8. Which wouldn't happen until July.
Well, yeah, I think we can safely say at this point there's no way Lalo's done next episode. He's going for at least another like 3 or 4 more episodes, I reckon.
it's not gonna go to the Breaking Bad stuff like next part. That just makes no sense. They're not gonna
They
do it right
will.
away.
They will.
No, they fucking won't.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
okay, do you want to put a bet
they're-
on it? I'm literally this confident they're not gonna do it.
Does anyone still want to say that Walt and Jesse are in next episode?
They are. I guarantee it.
You guarantee it?
$20.
$20.
How do you think they're gonna do it?
I think they're gonna do a flash forward scene.
It just doesn't seem like it's gonna feel like a mid-season finale. I really don't think.
No, it definitely will. It definitely will. Shit's going down next episode.
No, shit's going down. I just feel like AMC just pushed it. I don't
Well,
think like the writers.
Yeah, I think they've confirmed that it wasn't planned, but they still said that next episode has like a crazy cliffhanger.
What if instead of with starting with a flash forward, it ends with a flash forward?
How the fuck would that be a cliffhanger though? Oh my god, Walt's going to be in it. Not like we already knew this.
I think the cliffhanger could probably be like a Gene flash forward, just a tiny tease of like something from the future. But
There is a chance we get a Gene. I'm gonna throw out a random prediction and say next episode, if they do some sort of flashback or flash forward, it'll be Chuck's scene.
If they were to show a Chuck flash forward, or not flash forward because he's fucking dead. I mean a flashback. It'll be when Walter and Jesse show up. Because Chuck was right about Jimmy. That Jimmy just never changes, and Jimmy making a deal with Walter. This kingpin, which will be his downfall. That'll basically connect to what Chuck was saying. So it'll serve as a nice cold open. Because Chuck is right.
True. But we're getting way too fucking sidetracked. We can talk about that stuff at the end. Now we need to talk about Jimmy's getting Francesca to call HHM about the Sandpiper thing to get like a password or something. So into like a meeting or something.
Yeah, I think the Sandpiper thing, right?
Which will be the meeting where Howard gets real pissed off.
this is probably Jimmy's worst moment this season. I did not like him at all in this like moment.
Yeah, especially when he told Francesca to clean up that piss.
He acted like Breaking Bad Saul.
Whenever Saul's just like not with Kim, he's just like he feels a lot like Breaking Bad Saul.
Yeah, it's a little sad to see how Jimmy is corrupting Francesca by having her participate in these little illegal activities. But we do see her do these type of things in Breaking Bad. Like when she pretends to be working at the hospital so that Hank can leave Walter and Jesse from destroying
That shit
the
was
RV.
next level bad. Anyway, next Mike is hanging out at the laundromat and he meets up with Tyrus, and Tyrus as usual is being a punk bitch.
I thought Tyrus was the. I thought he gave the best performance of this episode. What did you guys think?
What?
Yeah,
I love
Tyrus?
Tyrus looks so old as well. He looks old.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about good performances, I think Jonathan Banks, he pulled in something really good this episode, especially like when he was or I don't know if I can get to that. Can I get to that?
Well, the stargazing scene.
Yeah, the stargazing scene. I thought that was an amazing, just a cute moment for Mike and the acting.
A lot of people are really mad at that scene.
why was it boring?
Because they said, oh, guys, we don't have time to make the plot go forward, but we do have time for 50 minutes of Mike talking to people on the phone.
Oh my god,
Oh my!
Even though it was like a 1-minute scene.
it's unrealistically not that long. It should have been longer, but who
They
cares?
set up that whole telescope thing, look at it for 1 second, and then they pack it up.
Imagine if Breaking Bad fans saw Twin Peaks: The Return.
They would not finish it.
Yeah, so Mike pulled out his men from his place so that he can place them close to Kaylee's home, right?
Oh yeah, this might be a good time to mention no Gus this episode.
Well, I mean, Kim directed that other episode, but she had like the most screen time, I think.
Well, yeah, it's because Kim is way more talented than Gus actor.
If I have to be honest, I don't think one's way better. I think both are just good. Both are very good.
No,
I'm gonna be
Reyes
real with
is
you.
there.
Like, can you ever tell the difference in directing between any of the episodes? They all,
Not really.
yeah. 'cause it's-
Sometimes, but usually not, because like it
Unless
is
it's
done
like
by.
a scene episode like Bagman or something. But yeah, after that boring ass Mike scene, we get Jimmy and Kim the night before D-Day, and they're like, we got everything set up right. Nothing can go wrong. Let's go have a little picnic outside HHM for some reason. That scene felt kind of weird to me. I don't know why. Other than to like tell us that there are things at HHM, it just felt weird.
It took me a while to realize where they were actually going because, like, when they said Omaha Beach, I'm like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, no one knew until they showed it.
They're about to go to the beach. What the fuck?
They should have just cut out the part where he said beach and they just go to Omaha and get some Cinnabon, you know? The last scene, well, scenes of the episode, my personal favorite scene of the episode, Jimmy and Kim the next day. Kim goes off to the meeting at, where is it? The Santa Fe. Yeah, and then Jimmy goes off to execute the plan. But first off, he stops by to get some Zafiro, how's it pronounced? Zafiro Nero or something.
Before y'all say anything, is that the same bottle that Gus used on Don Eladio?
Apparently.
I think it is.
Yeah.
so.
I think it's the exact same bottle.
Which makes it weird that Eladio was so impressed by it, where it's just a bottle you can get at a fucking Albuquerque store. It's like $500 or something, but still, that's like a drop in the bucket for Gus. Jimmy is in the line, and then he sees up ahead, oh my god, it's the judge guy, Casimiro, and he has a cast on. Oh no.
I don't even know who, like I'm still confused, you know? So, you know,
Look,
as I
I'm
said,
gonna be real,
they,
you're just an idiot.
you know, hopefully they show us all the plan and the execution in the next episode. You know, as I said, hopefully it's Kino. Because, you know, if it's not Crazy or Kino, then I'm sad to say it, but I feel like the previous episodes will most likely fall flat, like season 7 of Game of Thrones. What do you guys think?
No, next episode's going to be so good.
Well, let's hope so.
Anyway, let's focus on what's happening right now because Jimmy has a fit in the car, kind of like a winner, but not as much, obviously. And then he calls up Kim to explain to her what's going on. And Jimmy's like, good thing we noticed it. We could have been real bad. Let's just drop it for now and we'll come back another day. And Kim's like, no way, Jose. I'm going down that bad choice road. Let's go. And then the episode ends.
Oh my gosh. Dude, no, they spent, like, oh man, I love the buildup of that. Like, because, like, you could tell, like, she was just thinking in her mind, it's like, should I do it? Should I do it? And I bet everybody was like, no, don't do it.
Who thought Kim was going to crash and actually die in this episode? Like
every single
end.
time the show does that shot where someone's driving and it's like a profile shot, I'm like, oh my god, they're going to crash.
If she actually did crash and die, how would you guys feel about that? You know, her story just ending there.
It would be
That'd
very
be
funny.
terrible, obviously.
Man,
And then the car door opens and Walt walks in.
Oh shit! And he says, "Run."
No more half measures.
No. Okay, I figured it out. Jimmy, no. Remember when Walt crashed him and Hank's car into like another car? That was Kim's car.
Oh no.
oh my gosh.
Let's go the crossover.
But yeah, that's obviously clearly setting up Kim's downfall, I reckon, because like, you know, they had all that talk about bad choice roads. She literally goes down a bad choice road. So something in that plan is going to go wrong.
The young Kim scene, you know, pays off here. You know, as one, she's attached to someone terrible. You know, her mom and now Jimmy. She is 100% committed to the lessons, she was taught by them. She got off pretty easy as a kid when she got in trouble, but now that she's going to ruin somebody's life and possibly cause the death of Howard, if not by the cartel, then it's going to backfire so hard that she's going to get arrested and has to go into hiding via the vacuum guy.
How would she go in hiding if she got arrested?
She has like a warrant for arrest and she has to escape. She has to get out, vamonos, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, this is why I think Howard's not going to die, because even if they do execute their plan successfully, then Kim still needs to have a downfall at some point because this is clearly set up. And if Howard's dead,
yeah, logically, how is Howard going to die? How would that happen?
Heart attack.
I mean, does he have heart problems? Did they ever establish that?
No, they may or may not have established that he doesn't drink coffee, so he's weaker to it. So the drug's going to make him go insane and just have a heart attack.
Maybe they can do it in an epic way where he gets a heart attack, but he's close to the stairs and then he just falls from 5 feet or something, 5 floors, I guess. And then hopefully they blame it on Kim, that way she, that's the way she leaves.
No, well, the thing is, if he does die, then people will just say, oh, he just had a drug overdose. How is it going to come back to Kim?
Oh yeah, that is true. How will they tie that to Kim?
Because no one thinks that except for Howard. Which is why I think Howard survives, because after his downfall, he's going to come back for revenge and finally get him. Well, yeah, what's our predictions for next episode?
Somebody gives a rundown on the teaser because I forgot about that.
We see Saul running around very amusingly, and we see the camera guy teaching a film class or something, and Jimmy's trying to get his attention. So clearly I think they're gonna scramble to get the film crew back together to quickly film new shots of the actor guy with the cast this time, and then quickly run it over to HHM, to Howard's office. And that's why Jimmy's running around with the photos,
Wait, why are they going to go to HHM?
because that's where it's all going down.
The most important thing is the GOAT, Thomas Schnauz, is directing. And the last episode he directed was Bad Choice of Road. So
Yep.
you already know.
You know, he wrote Chicanery.
We see a little Howard painting, and not Howard, Chuck painting, you know, little
Which
Easter
is why
egg.
there might be a Chuck flashback at the start. But yeah, it's going to be cool to see Howard lose his shit in front of fucking Chuck, like painting, you know?
There's a scene where Howard looks at a picture of Chuck. Somebody thought he was looking at a mirror of himself, and the mirror was Chuck.
Well, I just want Chuck in any capacity. I don't care. I'm happy with a painting, but I want more. Yeah, Howard's like running up the stairs and Cliff's calling after him. I'm betting that's Howard running up the stairs to get the photos to prove that the judge is in cahoots with Jimmy. But at that point, I think Jimmy would have like taken the photos away so that they don't exist anymore. So Howard will just look like an idiot.
I'll do a little switcheroo like in season 3 with Chuck, right?
Yeah, I think Jimmy's like hiding somewhere in HHM doing some sneaky business.
I only think we're going to see Lalo for like 1 or 2 scenes in the next episode, and that's, you know, it.
Well, majority of the episode's probably going to be the scam.
Is there anything else we can say, or?
Well, we need to talk about Gus and Micah look like they're at some like school basketball court. So, of course, people said that this is going to be when Walt and Jesse show up.
What the fuck?
Why?
Because they're at a school and Walt's a teacher. But yeah, Mike says to Gus something about needing a home court advantage. Do you think they found out about Lalo?
Yes.
I think with the guy getting injured, probably, yeah.
Well, is that guy even going to be alive still? Or do you think Lalo's just going to cap him?
He's gonna cap him likely after he's done with him, just like what he did in season 5, the finale.
Doesn't Gus have like some men over there spying on them or something?
I would assume
Pretty
so.
sure he doesn't have anyone in Germany.
I guess we'll have to find out in whatever the fuck the next episode's called. Oh yeah, Plan and Execution, yeah. Might be the most Kino episode of this season.
I reckon.
I'm not trying to say like something like Chicanery, but I would like to see like a drama in the vein of like something, I guess, kind of courtroom-esque, just with a bit more scamming.
Well, yeah, what I was about to say, like, this is kind of the closest we've gotten back to that kind of era, where it was more about the law stuff in regards to the Jimmy plot, at least.
Yeah, the Jimmy plot stuff is getting so good.
And it started off so, like, I didn't give a shit about it at the start of the season, but I'm very invested now.
It's been strong. It's just that Nacho just kind of took the
Nacho shadowed it.
priority.
Okay, final ratings for this episode, Johnny Cooper.
An 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Sinner, bad.
10 out of 10.
Have you given every single episode 10 out of 10?
Yeah, they're all fantastic.
Yeah,
but
Hey, Cine,
I
what was the last time you gave an episode a 9 or below?
for Better Call Saul, probably one in season 5. That's
Namaste.
Namaste, yeah.
Namaste. Yeah, wait. Dedicado a Mats, I gave 4 stars.
4 stars out of 10, or
Dedicado is
8
better
out
than
of 10.
Namaste.
I gave this episode, I like it more than episode 5 out of 10.
Yeah, this is one of the best episodes of the season so far for me. Like top 3, I think.
Yeah, it's really fun.
The only part I didn't really care about was Mike's stargazing scene, but that's just because I hate Mike and his stupid family. So that's all we have to say on Season 6, Episode 6, Axe and Grind. Be sure to tune in next week for our discussion of the mid-season finale, Plan and Execution. Thanks for watching / listening.